Hi, thank you for joining this session. Today we will discuss the information security and data privacy in Makati Medical Center. We will get an overview of the Republic Act 10173, otherwise known as the Data Privacy Act, which identifies the three personas defined in the law: right and consent of the data subject, page data privacy principles, three classifications of confidential information, information security attributes, three categories of security measures, common internal quality survey findings, and corresponding penalties or fines stated by the law. Let's get to it. What is RA 10173? Republic Act number 10173, otherwise known as the Data Privacy Act, is a law that seeks to protect all forms of information, be it private, personal, or sensitive. It is meant to cover both natural and juridical persons involved in the processing of personal information. The law protects the privacy of individuals while ensuring the free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. Regulates the processing of personal data. Now, what does processing mean? According to RA 10173, processing refers to any operation or any set of operations performed upon personal data, including but not limited to the following: collection, recording, organization, updating or modification, retrieval, consultation, storage, use, consolidation, locking, erasure, or destruction. Three personas defined in the law. Personal Information Controller. Person or organization who controls collection, holding, processing, or use of personal information, including those who instruct others to do so. Data subjects. Individuals whose personal information is being processed. Personal Information Processor. Natural or juridical person to whom a personal information controller may outsource the processing of personal data pertaining to a data subject. Rights and consent of the data subject. Right to be informed. Right to access. Right to damages. Right to data portability. Right to file complaint. Right to object. Right to rectify. Right to erasure or blocking. Examples of how these rights are implemented are as follows. A salesman may be collecting detailed personal data about you and your family without your permission, under the pretext of targeting you as a prospective customer to tailor fit their offerings to your individual needs. This by itself may be potentially beneficial to you. Since your personal privacy and safety become potentially at risk, you have a right to be informed if you are being individually targeted in a sales campaign like this. Number 2. Whenever anyone is making an audio or video recording of you, or even just taking your pictures, you have a right to know, and you must always be given the chance to opt out when you don't feel comfortable. Number 3. A medical doctor in a private hospital in Manila recorded a conversation with his lady patient without the patient's knowledge and prior consent. The patient said she could have given her consent anyway if only she was asked politely. The doctor apologized and explained that his action was just meant to aid his recall. The patient, however, demanded the doctor to delete the recorded conversation and cancel the medical consultation. Under RA 10173, personal data is treated almost literally in the same way as one's own personal property. Thus, it should never be collected, processed, and stored by any organization without data subject's explicit consent, unless otherwise provided by law. Information controllers usually ask for the consent through a consent form. For more details, you may scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.privacy.gov.ph/know-your-rights/ PH Data Privacy Principles. Transparency. No surprises on how the data collected will be processed. Proportionality. Process only what is needed and commensurate the benefits of a declared and specified purpose. Legitimate purpose. Processing is compatible with a declared and specified purpose, which must not be contrary to law, morals, or public policy. Three classifications of confidential information. Personal information. Sensitive personal information. Sensitive business information. Personal information is any information on its own or when put together with other information from which the identity of an individual is apparent or can be reasonably and directly ascertained. Sensitive personal information may refer to the following: race, ethnic origin, marital status, age, color, and philosophical, political, or religious affiliation, health, education, genetic or sexual life, proceeding for any offense, government-issued documents like SSS, licenses, tax returns, and others, specifically established by law to be kept classified. Sensitive business information may refer to the following: financial information, trade secrets, business plans, business agreements, contracts, technical configurations such as internet protocol, media access, control addresses, host name. Any documents or information required by law or contract is to be kept confidential. Information security attributes. Confidentiality is information shall be available only to authorized individuals. Integrity. Information accuracy and completeness shall be safeguarded. Availability. Information shall be accessible to those who are authorized to access it when they need it. Important notice. Information security or privacy is everyone's responsibility. We must maintain CIA. The categories of security measures. Technical security measures, organizational security measures, and physical security measures. Technical security measures are those that directly involve technology or IT systems. MMC has technical security solutions in place at the network or technical infrastructure levels. Technical security measures includes network access control and backup of servers in data center performed by ICTD. Network access control involves only MMC computer or devices that should be connected to MMC's IT network. Non-MMC computers or devices owned by service providers or physicians which comply with MMC security standards and are authorized by MMC may have access to allowed applications and systems. Backup of servers in data center performed by ICTD for work files that we save in the local drives of our workstations or laptops. It is important that we also back up these files in case our computers or laptops get lost, stolen, or break down. For this purpose, we can use OneDrive, Office 365, SharePoint. Organizational security measures. Organizational security measures involve people or human resources in the hospital. The organizational structure, the documented policies and procedures that guide the behavior of each one or that help set the culture of security and privacy. Organizational security measures include 1. Guidance through information security policies and procedures. 2. User access management. 3. Privacy confidentiality. And 4. Information systems security requirements. For this organizational security measure, there are policies and procedures uploaded on the Makati Med team site. To manage numerous system accounts or accesses given to many personnel, controls are put in place. Examples of controls put in place are prior approval of the appropriate heads. Access should be per need basis. All accesses are documented for tracking or review purposes. Disable login accounts of resigned personnels within 24 hours. Privacy and confidentiality include sensitive information entrusted to us must be protected to ensure it cannot be known or accessed by unauthorized individuals. Inappropriate disclosure or misuse of confidential information may lead to hospital sanctions and/or criminal or civil liability. Other examples of unauthorized disclosures are sharing of information with others, like when you are inside the elevator and begin to discuss your patient's case with a colleague, and posting on social media photos or experiences at the workplace. Posting in public areas, like blood chemistry results printed out on a scratch paper with another patient's identifier and information, like name, patient ID number, birth date, and address, and professional fee of physicians. It is our duty to refrain from sharing confidential information with unauthorized individuals like friends, family members, relatives, anybody, even our spouse. We should protect our passwords. No to password sharing. Change password regularly and choose complex passwords. Do not leave your computer, equipment, or device unlocked. Secure your workplace. Do not leave confidential files for anyone to see. Always remember, privacy and confidentiality starts with you. Information systems that are implemented in MMC to process sensitive information must have security login, strong password requirement, audit trail, session timeout, account lockout for several login attempts. Let's prevent cyber attack. Carefully screen emails and avoid opening anything from an unfamiliar address. Do not click or hover over hyperlinks from unknown or untrusted sources. Avoid visiting untrusted or unknown websites. Ensure that your antivirus software is up to date and reboot your PC at least once a day. Notify ID Service Desk immediately if your computer has no antivirus software or becomes infected with the virus. There you have it for organizational security measures. Last stop is physical security measure. Physical security measure are limiting access to certain premises, putting physical barriers or controls so that data are not accessible or viewable by unauthorized individuals. Restrict physical access to rooms, facilities, or workstations where confidential information are processed. Do not allow unauthorized individuals to tailgate. Design of offices or clinic workspace in MMC considers the need for privacy. Computers that are used to display confidential information should not be viewable by unauthorized individuals. Secured storage or disposal for confidential information. Common Internal Quality Survey findings in Makati Medical Center. Papers with patient identification left in an open box. Overflowing do not recycle box. Patient request forms were posted on bulletin board. These are a big no-nos and must be avoided. Patient medical records inside wooden cabinets were not protected from water-based sprinklers in case of emergency. Water gallon was placed beside patient medical records. Boxes containing patient medical records were stored directly on the floor. There were signs of water spill outside the box. Staff mentioned that it was due to the general cleaning in the department. Patient information on empty insulin pens were still visible. In an occupied procedure room, computer was left open with patient identifiers displayed on the screen. Computers at bedside along the hallway can be accessed by anyone as the password was posted on the monitor. Password was also displayed on the computer monitor inside the nurse's station. Viber app in this desktop was not locked. Patient information related to physicians through the app were easily accessible upon unlocking the CAB along the hallway. Here are the fine and penalties for the following crimes. Unauthorized processing. Providing access due to negligence. improper disposal, processing for unauthorized purposes, unauthorized access or intentional breach, concealment of security breaches, malicious disclosure, unauthorized disclosure, combination of series of acts. That's all for information security and data privacy in Makati Medical Center. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach us. Data matters. Let's protect it. Thank you.